Nobody told Natalia her son was dead. She found out after queuing at the prison to bring him food. She knows he died in excruciating pain in a Moscow detention centre, and she suspects he was tortured. But she doesn't understand what is happening now. More than 3 years after Sergei Magnitsky died, he is to go on trial, charged with the very crime he was trying to uncover at the time of his death.
It's awful. I feel like I'm in a bad dream. What is happening is so wild and unbelievable, and so cruel. The person is dead, he can't defend himself, and he is being prosecuted.
Sergei Magnitsky was a lawyer. He was investigating what he believed was a massive tax fraud worth £150 million, involving senior police and tax officials. He went public with his evidence in October 2008, but the next month he was arrested. Over 358 days in custody, he documented the conditions he was being held in and his deteriorating health. His words are spoken by someone else.
I was in so much pain I couldn't even lie down. My cellmate started banging on the door, demanding I would be taken to the doctor. At about midday, sewage started to rise from the drain under the sink and half the cell floor was flooded straight away. I'm being subjected to punishment only for trying to defend the interest of my client and my country.
On the day of his death, Sergei Magnitsky was brought here to this prison hospital. But instead of being admitted to intensive care, he was taken to an isolation room. His family doesn't know what happened next, whether he was beaten or just left on his own. But later that night, he was found dead on the floor of his cell. No one in Russia has been convicted over Magnitsky's death. The justice minister has called it a tragic accident, but his family believes there was nothing accidental about it. They found these pictures from his post-mortem. They show injuries to his hands and wrists. Last year, Barack Obama signed a law banning those connected to the death from travelling to the United States. And there are plenty who think this posthumous trial is an attempt to discredit Magnitsky and stop other countries imposing similar visa bans.
You can see bruises on his wrists and deep cuts from clearly a violent act that took place shortly before his death.
Bill Browder is to be tried alongside his former lawyer. He says it's a show trial worthy of Stalin.
Even Stalin didn't prosecute dead people. What this shows is that, these people are so morally bankrupt and so desperate that they're ready to prosecute a dead person. It's never happened in the history of Russia that they've prosecuted a dead person.
Natalia won't be in court today. She refuses to dignify this trial with her tears. She no longer expects justice in Russia for her son, but she would like him to be left in peace. Katie Stallard, Sky News, Moscow.